The second step in creating the circuit is to wrap wire around the nail heads to create a path for the electricity. In this schematic, I've added a few dots to the side here representing the nails that are on the schematic itself. You can see that there's a light gray line connecting these two nails. To wrap the wire, you would wrap it once around this nail, come to the second nail, wrap it once around this nail, and then cut it off. If there are more than two nails in the path, you will wrap it around the first nail, around the second nail, around the next nail, and around the last nail, and cut it off. It's important to note you only wrap it once around each nail, and there's only one strip of wire between the nails. If this was the first section that I was going to do, you need to make sure you have twice as much wire as is shown between those nails on the diagram. To get the wire ready, you need to remove the outer rubber coating. As you can see on this wire, it's solid 22 gauge wire, which means there's only one piece of metal in the wire itself. 22 gauge represents how thick the wire is. And then outside the wire, there's a rubber coating. This particular one has black, but it comes in many different colors. You're going to use the wire stripper and cutter. They have yellow handles, and you can see as I close it, it creates a diamond shape. And if I close it all the way, the diamond shape gets smaller so that it's the same size as the metal of the wire. Put the wire stripper over top of the wire, squeeze it tight, and push with your thumb to slide the coating off. You can also use your fingers to slide it off. It's easiest if you take small sections, 1 centimeter at a time. So repeat that over and over again until you get enough wire exposed to work on one section of your circuit. It's important not to take all the rubber coating off, or you will confuse this wire with the solder that you're going to be using to connect the pieces to the nails. Before you start wrapping the wire onto the circuit board, you need to create a hook at one end of the wire. Take your long nose pliers and place the tip of the wire into the tip of the pliers and turn the pliers half a turn, and that will create for you a small hook at the end of the wire. This is what you're going to connect to the nail. If you do this but place the wire deeper into the jaws of the pliers, when you create your hook, it will be massive, much too big to connect to the nail. Make sure that when you do it, the hook is made at the tip of the pliers. Tip of the pliers, half a turn, small hook. The path that I'm going to connect has 4 nails. So I'll start at one end nail and secure the wire hook around it. Put the hook around the nail and pull on it gently with one hand, and then use the other hand and the long nose pliers to squeeze the tip of the hook together so that it will not come off the nail. Then gently pull it towards the second nail. And at this point, you're going to wrap it around the second nail. You need to use your hands to control and bend the wire. So it's wrapped around the second nail. Now I go to the third nail. And again, using my fingers and my hands to control and wrap it. And then I'm at the last nail of this particular line on the circuit. These 2 nails are connected by a separate wire. There's a gap between here. So I will take the wire strippers and use the tip of the wire strippers to cut the wire just past this last nail. I would repeat the process, create a hook in the end of my wire, and continue to wrap wire around the paths that need to be completed on the circuit. One thing to notice is that there are 2 sections on the schematic where the gray path skips a nail. So on this particular path, it starts at this nail, it goes past the second nail, to the third nail and the fourth nail. So I would start by wrapping my wire around this first nail, pull the wire so there's space, go past the second nail, wrap it to the third nail, wrap it to the fourth nail, cut it off. If you're not sure about any of these paths, please check with the teacher or look at the example. When you are done, you will have many pieces of rubber coating. Please make sure that you put this into the garbage. Do not put it on the floor and do not leave it for other students to take care of.